This week, Chloe promotes being a Karen. David promotes being an alcoholic at work. And I promote masturbation. So, let's strap down. Let's strap in. Let's do this. Not the masturbation, no. That's not, it's a podcast. We'll do that afterwards. Please.
This is just another trucking podcast.
Hello, this is just another trucking podcast. I am your host, Tom, and I'm joined, as always, by my good friends, co-hosts. We have the ever-beautiful Chloe. Hello. How are we doing?
Hello. Oh, we're doing nice again this week.
Oh, yeah, we are. I don't know. I just feel like that's the mood that I'm in. So, yeah. And we have the ever-handsome and delightful David. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How are you doing?
Whoa, that was loud.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
let's blow out the microphones already. That's what we're doing.
I'm just trying to give
That's what we're
Tom
doing.
no excuse to say, "Oh, you didn't bring any energy, David." Like, is this what it's going to be like? You know, because usually it's like, "Hey, how's it going?"
I don't know. I feel like it's almost a catchphrase at this point. And I also just want to say as well, just at the very front of the show, this is just a quick one for Kieran. You need to stop being a fucking van driver and get your fucking HGV license. Timo loves you.
Ooh.
Anyways,
Fair
dunno.
enough.
There's one
Was that a
person.
nice shout out or a terrible one?
Don't know. It was his arsehole shout out, but I just like the idea
brutal.
that someone called Kieran is sat in his van going, "What the fuck is going on right now?" Just makes me very happy just knowing that I've just freaked someone out for a second.
I was not expecting that.
I've got. I don't know if we should start with this, but I have a very divisive topic straight up.
Let's bring it. This is going to be the vibe for the whole podcast. Let's just bring it.
Oh.
See where it goes. Go on, bring it.
So, this Gaza thing that's going on. Yeah,
Gaza.
we're going there. Right. So, you know, like, there's this, like, Israel.
Yeah.
And it's been all over the news. In fact, even on
Yes.
Riverside, when you joined, they say, like, we stand with Israel.
Oh, really? They're
And-
actually choosing a side.
Oh, I've not seen that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. So, the whole, like, I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. Even at the age I'm at, I don't understand what the whole thing is with it. I know that I probably should, and know that I probably should be better educated on this because it's one of these things. But the only things that I know is, so there's a joke on Family Guy
Oh boy.
where he
Oh my
says,
God. Oh no.
well, there's this guy who's a sign and he says "Free Palestine," and Pete goes up to me and goes, "I'll take it." So I do know that Palestine wants to be free or needs to be free, but I also know that Israel has had bad things, and people. I find that the thing is with this, it's not the topic's not about
I was going to say you're
about
getting
the
into
inner
dangerous
workings
territory
of
here.
this because it's not.
We
it's
haven't
not,
got a clue.
The reality is, I have no idea. I could not tell you about it. It's more about the fact that whenever something like this happens, all these people suddenly have very, very, like, they're like, oh, this is what it is. And I feel like all they've done is they've watched a 5-minute YouTube video and they feel like
Yep.
they're
About somebody who
suddenly
is biased.
an expert on it. And you kind of, well, this is it. And they kind of, they'll be sat there, they'll be telling you about it. And they'll be like, oh, well, there's this, and this, and this. And this is the reason why you should be feeling. And I'm like, yeah, but do you actually know this? Or do you know about as much information as I do? Which, frankly, is fuck all. It's like, it's a bit like, there's so many of these different things, like the North Korea, which, like the North Korea-South Korea thing. Obviously, we all laugh about the North Korea thing because
What thing?
Kim Jong-un, well, I don't know.
Oh,
like
just the
Kim Jong-un,
dude.
well, 'cause it's like Team America, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
By the way, you are
But-
bringing a topic I have no idea about.
But
I
no,
know
that's
it's bad.
that's the
and
topic.
It's not good.
The topic
But
is that
but-
he has no idea about it.
but this is it. I genuinely have no idea. And we're bringing these things kind of, I don't know. It's more about the fact there's so many people who they'll talk to you as if they know, like they have all this expertise.
All of a sudden,
behind
they've been studying this
Exactly.
for years. They know everything. I'm just like, no, I'm quite happy to not know much about it and be told which way to follow.
don't know.
I don't really know enough about it to not care because it's awful, but just I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on it.
But this is it, and I think with stuff like this, with situations on like this, like whatever's going on in Gaza and like the Israel versus Palestine versus Syria, maybe or something. I think I was hearing. Like I don't know. There's all these
David's
people,
Googling.
but the reality is, the only people I feel sorry for, because there are people there, kids, adults, that are doing exactly what like the sort
because
of
there's a green screen, Chloe. That green toy that you have in your hand is going to mess with everything.
Put him down.
I'm just letting you know. I'm so sorry.
Like,
go ahead.
I could hold him here, and I'm just like a floating head. I have a green dinosaur, everybody. Would you like me to put him down, David?
Just a heads up. Hey, I just wanted to make sure. Sorry, Tom. I completely derailed your entire thing. Do you remember what you were talking about?
Just about, yeah. But thanks for those people who are listening and who have no idea that we have a green screen up. I'm sure they appreciate this.
Hey, there is 2 million people on YouTube right now are really confused why Chloe's head is floating. Okay,
I've got a floating head. Yeah, go on then. Go on then, Tom. Keep going.
Oh, can I continue now?
Yeah.
Sure, not as if you'd never interrupted my rants. Go ahead.
I don't know. It's more. It's more the fact that it's these experts or these people who kind of come out the woodwork, and I don't know, it just really bugs me.
So what are you having a go at the people on YouTube that just think they know what they're talking about, done a little bit of research and
both?
I mean, there's a lot of people that do that.
There's basically he's having a go at people who think what they know what they're talking about, and then on YouTube,
Did you know?
and then you got the listeners who actually believe they know what they're talking about because they listened to one YouTube video about one guy who was biased about whatever party he's actually feels like he's on.
There's this one guy called my trucking skills, and apparently he's a truck driver that knows a lot, but it's questionable.
This is true fact.
I've not seen him driving for a long time.
Someone's put something up in the like Vox. I do know Vox, and I do think they're reasonably reputable. But the thing is, and this is so the other side to this is, I tried looking up information about this because I felt like I should probably be, because it's such big news, that I felt like I should be like a bit informed. But the second that you start going down any one of these little rabbit holes, people are trying to push their agenda on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like either
you're just looking for the hardcore facts, but you're not. You're getting sprinkles from different people.
I kind of wish there was a section of the internet for people who just have like this ignorance is bliss. All I want is just some facts. I don't want to pick a side. Again, we were talking about this with American politics, weren't we, David? About the fact that either like if you start talking about something politics, either you're a liberal or you're a Republican, aren't you? And it's like you can't just talk about something, you're picking a side. And I think
is it Republican of Star Wars?
It's a republic.
That's the
same
republic,
thing, isn't it?
Not democratic republic is a lot of times what they say. You know, the Republican republic. But no, I definitely heard democratic republic.
That's a good point, actually. Phil's just put Ukraine is now an old thing in the media now. That's it. That's old now. Old news.
It does, yeah. It feels like, Ukraine's just that's it. We're done. Yeah. We're done with that.
Yeah. I personally don't understand what's going on in Israel and what's the other country? Palestine?
So
I think so.
Are they next door to each other, I presume?
I don't know.
Right. So I tried looking this up.
Why are we talking about this when we haven't got a clue?
But that's
I think that
come here for your hardcore facts.
Is it actually a country or is it part of Israel? Or is that the issue?
I'm sure we're going to get the answer from my wife here in a second. But okay. Can we stop embarrassing ourselves right now? But I do believe actually the topic isn't the actual what is going on there. The topic is that people are talking about stuff they don't really know. Is that correct, Tom? Is that what you're trying to get at? And that a lot of people actually don't understand either.
It is. So it's part of that, but it's also the fact that when you're trying to find out information, it's so hard to just find just information. And like, I just want some basic facts. It feels like they have to be pushing an agenda, and it's like, this is the reason why you should be supporting Palestine. This is the reason you should be supporting
but a lot
Israel.
of people get passionate about their beliefs, don't they? And then they like to explain why they believe a certain way.
And this is it.
Yeah,
and
they can't
it's
just
always
be
like
mutual. This is the facts. This is the hardcore facts. A lot of people like to turn one way or the other. It's just like human nature, isn't it? There's very few people that are impartial on these sort of things.
Yeah. Sure. Well, there's a film. To be honest, I was a bit gutted about this because there's a film, The Sound of Freedom. Is that? Have you heard of that one?
Nope, I'm not. I might have done. I might have watched it.
I think it's called The Sound of Freedom, and it's basically some like it's I don't really know what the film's about, if I'm honest with you.
Was this the thing on Club DeFranco? Was he talking about that?
Yes,
I didn't get to that part yet. I didn't get to that.
Right, okay. So basically, it's about like some American
about a film
like
that you have no idea about.
Right. Mm-hmm. The film, it's less about what the film's about.
Let's talk about soccer next.
The film's, yeah. I'm sure we'll know about that. It's less about what the film's about, because the film's about like Americans going in and saving someone. That part's irrelevant. But is it?
That's normally the entertaining bit, isn't it? Is it a factual film or? Like White House Down, that sort of thing.
White House Down is a true story, by the way.
It's a great film. Is it really? What with Jared Butler?
Yeah, that was totally true.
What is? What films it is?
White House Down with Gerard Butler. Oh. It was totally true that the North Koreans ended up destroying the White House, and
of course it's not true. Just wipe that bit from the podcast. Never happened.
No, that'll be that'll
based
be
on
the,
actual
the
events.
Intro. That'll be the intro. I'm sorry.
It's the end. It's a Friday, right? I've thrown some.
Right, you absolutely throw me. Right, so
it's taking you a long time to be. I'm on drugs this week.
Fucking has, yeah. So you're on drugs this week, fucking hell. Right.
So Nobs just said it. Yeah, that must be true.
So, is it? It's Jim Kirk. No, it's Caviezel or basically the guy from Person of Interest. Is the lead in it, and I fucking love him in Person of Interest.
But you
sounds like the only person who's ever watched Person of Interest.
So fucking good.
It's a TV show.
Apparently, this film, if you watch it, it's all like QAnon stuff, and it kind of leads you down this rabbit hole of stuff. And I just feel like, I guess, I don't really know what the point is I'm trying to make of all of this, but it feels like so much now. No matter what you look at, if you try to look up any information, it just wants to lead you down this rabbit hole of like, this is the opinion that you should have.
You can blame Google and Facebook for that, by the way. Those rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Because
what?
Have you really just ranted for about 10 minutes and then you've just gone, I don't know where I'm going with this, actually.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know where you're going with it. I understand exactly what he's talking about.
Okay.
And he's not talking about information that he knows. He's just talking about people giving information and they don't, and they're biased. All right, they're not unbiased. And I want to add to it where, again, Google, Facebook, all the algorithms, whatever, right? They want you to keep watching their stuff. If something that comes up on the internet that I don't agree with, there's a good chance I'm not going to watch it. All right. But if I agree with it, they're going to keep showing it to me and I'm going to keep watching it and I'm going to keep watching it. And there's nothing better than watching a video.
In it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing better than watching a video. Whereas I'm like, yeah, I totally agree. Yes. Okay. I feel so good about myself because I agree with this and I agree with that and all that kind of stuff.
Have you heard the latest one about the anti-vaxxers? Have you heard this one?
I thought she was going to talk about
my
for a second.
God. How the hell how are the anti-vaxxers back again?
Right, because you're now going on videos where people are talking about their beliefs now and effectively leading you down a rabbit hole. Then you're going to start looking and investing and start believing this shit. So anti-vaxxers now believe that they are something called True Bloods.
Oh.
Or so, I think it's True Bloods or it's
I think I've heard of this.
Yeah.
Is this to do with donating blood and shit like that?
Yeah, so it's to do with, So there's people now that will refuse blood transfusions if you've been vaccinated.
Oh my God.
They will not accept the blood.
That's fine.
So even if
fine.
you're on
death
honestly, I'm happy with that as well.
Apparently, if you've been vaccinated, you've got like thick blood that's like low in something, and it's really contaminated and bad for you. And so apparently now, if you're an anti-vaxxer, you're it's true. I think it's True Bloods or it's something. I can't remember what it is. But I was just explaining. That's like I heard it the other day, and I was just like, what is this all about? And it's full on, in depth. They believe it's like a little cult going on. It's weird.
The only good thing about anti-vaxxers,
what they'll kill themselves off.
Natural selection will eventually deal with that whole situation. So it is. There will come a point in which it won't be a problem anymore. They'll die. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
So sad. Because here's the thing is, it could happen to anybody. They just happen to be watching a certain stuff, and the person that they were listening to, they happen to respect, and they didn't know it was wrong. It's just that it could happen anybody. You could easily go down a rabbit hole where you're convinced of all this stuff. Because if you don't have anybody saying that it's wrong, all right, which you won't get. All right, you will be convinced. You know what I mean? So again, natural selection, I understand it is funny to say, as I'm like, eventually those anti-vaxxers won't be there, but I'm sorry to say that, Tom. And yes, it is funny, but it is the truth. I could easily be one. I just, but anyway, I think you know.
The reason I brought it up is because they're using videos like where people that are suddenly dying or something, and they're being like, oh, instead of looking into it why it is, they're now sharing those videos and going, oh, look, here's another person that's just dropped dead from the vaccination, and just throwing all this out there that people are believing. And that's where I was going.
Of course, that person actually got killed by
that person actually died like a heart attack, or something happened to them naturally that they've not investigated. They've just jumped to assumptions and gone, oh, perfect, look at this evidence to help us.
You know what? That's my so that's my point.
That's what I was trying to get at slowly.
No. Right. So
I did have a link.
I've really realised I do know where my point is with this.
Oh, good.
People need to say just one simple thing, and this is something that in this day and age, it's something that people just are incapable of saying. Which is,
I add some inspiring music to this little part?
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
People, right. In fact, here's my speech. People are incapable of saying just these few words, and I think if they actually
you seem to be incapable of saying these few words either as well.
Can
you hurry the fuck on?
It's been a while. Right. Come on.
There's supposed to be inspirational music over the back of this. I was building up to the crescendo, and I was gonna say it, but no, you're fucking doing it. The words are, I don't know. People need to be able to say, I don't know.
That now needs
I don't know. Why can't people just say? I don't know. I don't know about that subject. I don't know enough about it. No idea. Why?
Yeah,
why do people?
I give you that.
It feels like
people do say that, but you don't hear about those people.
No, because that's boring. Yeah.
You got to remember, it's all about keeping the viewers captivated and clicking on the next video. So if you talk to somebody like, I actually don't know what I'm talking about, but here's what I think, and blah blah blah, and next, but yeah.
But then they'll find something that does link up, and then someone starts believing it, and then yeah.
So there was this. I was watching. John, you know who Johnny Harris is? I know Tom does, but Chloe, do you know who Johnny Harris is?
No.
I do.
Yeah. Why was that with a question mark? I do?
Because he does.
Who the fuck is Johnny Harris?
Oh, I figured you would. Okay, Okay. Anyway, he works for Vox, or he has worked for Vox, Tom. But he makes videos to where it's just very good researched videos. Okay. Now he made this video about landing on the moon was faked. Okay, so he starts off.
Oh yeah, I do recognize him. Yeah.
Okay, he starts off in the video saying that there is a hoax where thousands and thousands of people are behind it. All right, and it sounds very like, oh my god, yeah, this guy he's totally saying that the fucking the moon landing was faked and everything. And then you start to realize like, oh no, he's not. he's actually making people sound crazy a little bit. but the thing is, it was very clever because even in the thumbnail and everything, it kind of says as in like the biggest hoax ever. And
so
blah blah blah.
Clicking.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so he gets the believers that it was faked on, and now they're actually stuck watching it, and they might actually get this might be an actual way for
to educate them.
Yeah, without them realizing.
Clever.
You know what I mean? I was like, I like that because at the very start, I really thought that he actually thought that the moon landing was faked. You know, but then
he kind of explains it in such a way that you're like, really, it can't be fake, and then he explains it differently. I take it.
But
that's good. That's a good take, actually. That's very clever. We should start coming up with our own random stuff like
that. We could barely construct a full sentence together ourselves.
I mean, we've butchered this whole conversation. Really, let's put it that
way. Can we stop talking about trucks too, please?
Oh, I know, right? Oh yeah, we are a truck. We are a truck show, aren't we? I do have a truck route. Yeah, I don't know, something like that. I do have a truck topic. Unless someone else has got a topic that wants to go ahead of me.
Yeah,
I'll wait for my topic at the end of the show.
Okay, that's a good plan. Come on, Tom.
I was just going to talk about rear steer trailers. Have you?
Excuse me?
Used,
rear steer.
Rear steer.
Sorry. Well, trailers that have got like steer axles to them.
I've never used a rear.
I've only done it on European Truck Simulator.
Oh, is that all you've ever done it on?
And it drove me mental because it's just the pivot point's not where you think it is, or the dragging point, or whatever.
I hooked up to a trailer this morning, and I had not. I don't even know why, because it was a step deck, so I should have known it had rear steer on it or had a steer trailer, but I just completely forgot, and I just hooked up to it. But
oh no!
If you don't hook up to them exactly straight, and I mean you have to be fucking exactly straight on them.
Yeah.
There's no exact. What do you mean exact? Because there's literally impossible to get anything exact.
Pretty much spot on is what you mean. But as straight as you possibly can get.
Gotcha. As straight as it. And
why do you have to get straight on it?
Yeah.
Because
you're talking about the connected where the fifth wheel connects to the kingpin.
Yeah, because basically there's like a little bit there behind. So there's a little bit behind the kingpin.
Oh.
That controls the steering.
Right.
I love it.
So as the tractor unit, if you turn right, obviously the wheels are going to turn and do all of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But so you have to kind of get it exactly right. You have to get it straight on, otherwise you can knacker the stick. So I set up this morning, it was fucking pitch black, connected up to it, and I hadn't connected up to it straight. I thought it was pretty straight, but I also didn't realise it had steering on it.
So you weren't particularly concentrating on straightness.
Well,
were you taking everything too wide?
Well, we won't go with that joke there. I was going to with a joke.
Oh my god!
Yay! That was a funny one. That.
Come on, so get to what happened.
I'm driving along. I'm looking. I think, why the fuck is my trailer so quite close to this hedge?
Oh,
like it looks like it's almost touching this hedge. I'm looking at it, I'm going, no, it must just be me. He's going in this corner, and I realised the trailer's crabbing as it goes along. I just
realised. So if you don't get straight on it, it recognises that's your straightness.
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah.
So it's calibrating.
I get it now.
So it's calibrating basically at the very start.
Yeah. Kinda. Well, I don't really fully. I don't know. Just to put this out there. But yeah, if you don't get it straight, it just doesn't sit right, and it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Basically, it was like half a foot off to the left-hand side as I was driving, or maybe even like towards a foot. It was really strange seeing this trailer, and then I had to try and figure out how to get it to lock off the steering. And I'd never done this before, and I'm sat in the fucking dark with a torch, and what you've got, so you can lock off the steering. And it's very hard to explain, but basically,
give it a shot.
You've got
a button.
There's an indicator that you've got to look at underneath between two of the axles,
right?
And you have to have these two arrows pointing exactly at each other. But you've got to
Do you mean a bit like when you got a remote control car and you've got a little arrow straight in the wheels?
Yes, almost, but a bit like that. So you've got to kind of
thing, haven't you, to make
but
it
you've
straight.
got to kind of like you've got to get the cab the right direction. So I'd get in, I'd move the cab back like a few inches with a bit of turn on it. Go and check it. No, still not quite right. Go back, go and check it. Go back out. So I got out this fucking cab about 15 times this morning. Eventually got it into the position, and then I'm like, but where's the switch that locks it?
Oh no!
I knew about the arrow thing, so I knew how I was supposed to do that. I'm like, so I'm wandering around because I'm thinking,
this would have made a great video for your YouTube channel, except for access, by the way.
It would have been an hour long.
It'd be like,
with this
I was
video.
It'd be like the longest video ever.
So
I'm just going.
Lots of cuts.
Eventually, which I should have done a lot sooner. I call my boss up. I'm like, what the fuck? How do I do this? And so I've been looking for a lever or a button, and he says, "So go into this. There's a metal box underneath near the kingpin. There's this metal box." And he says, feel along the bottom of imagine like when you got the control boxes, like you open it up and you've got all the levers and shit like that. Imagine that, but on the very bottom of it, there's just a flat piece of metal which you just basically just pull, and it just pulls round, and then it switches to the side. Unless you knew it was there is no fucking way you'd ever have found that. I would have sat there for 1,000,000 years and never have figured out how to do that. And then...
You'd have Googled it by then.
Oh, fuck. But then, I don't even think I even got it right then, because I'm sure it was still... them
was it crabbing the other way now?
It still wasn't... I don't know, because when you're looking at something for too long, and then you're like, is it...
It's when you start, it's correct, but you start questioning it, and you're looking for faults.
Yeah. And you're like, I don't know if it is or not.
I've got the truck that got rolled last year. I've got that back now. But obviously, any little noise, you're like, oh, it's not fixed. Oh, something's wrong with it. Oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
And you're looking at everything going, oh, something's not right here. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just in your head. It's just like a little placebo, isn't it? It's just like, oh, there's issues.
If you hear any new noise whatsoever, as in like you're aware of it, you're so used to what the truck is supposed to sound like, especially if you're making a turn and all of a sudden you hear, wait a second, you know what I mean?
What is that noise?
I know, like even feeling too, like there's a certain feel. Like I remember one time I was backed up to a dock, all right, and it was the first time ever I actually recorded I just got the GoPro and I set the GoPro up in the dash, up in the window, just whatever. And I was when I backed up to the dock and everything, right, I forgot to set the brakes because I was too focused on the GoPro. All right, because that wasn't my norm. My norm is not having a GoPro. So again, I got out of routine. So I backed up to the dock. I set my I put the chocks behind the wheels and everything. But and then I went back into the cab and I was going to go take a nap. All right, but as soon as the forklift got in there, something felt weird. I could feel, I could literally, because it just felt weird. And like that, I feel like there was I checked the brakes because that's what it felt like. I felt like the brake, it wasn't, but it did move forward a few inches. But the fact that I was able to feel that, all right, without even, and so I set the brakes and no harm went. But of course, there could have been a lot of harm. And like, again, it's just a reminder for everybody that if you ever do something that you're not normally doing in your routine, you could get yourself into an accident. It's like the more, I feel like the longer you have been truck driving, you have been doing anything, it becomes worse because it becomes second nature. All right. And so that was something that I'm very aware of now. But yeah, there you go.
It's one way to learn, isn't it? By doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm really curious about that. The whole system. I'm kind of going to Google that later. And the rear steer. I've never had a rear axle steer. The axles that I had though, when you did turn, the tag axle in the back would turn only because it would just turn because you were.
Yeah.
It's just
the only thing that I still haven't quite got the hang of, and I think I've said this before, but it's the fact that when you're trying to like shunt and you're trying to bike, kind of. Try to explain this.
Are you sure you're not on drugs this week?
I genuinely feel like it.
He's coming down.
I feel like it. Yeah.
He's still a little bit laggy.
I'm coming down. No.
It's gone cold turkey.
When you're in like when you're in a tight situation and you're trying to kind of like go, you're trying to go backwards and forwards, and you're trying to kind of get the trailer into the right position.
Yeah.
Well, the trailer, if your cab's say for instance 10 degrees to the trailer,
right?
Obviously the steering is going to be facing the. So if you're, I'm trying to fucking explain this, right? So imagine your truck is at 10 degrees to the trailer, yeah.
Yes.
The trailer tires are going to be facing the opposite way, because obviously the idea is if you're going
turns quicker, sort of thing.
Yeah. So if you're going round a roundabout, it'll just kind of want to follow it around and around and around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, if you're trying to shunt it and you're trying to get the trailer to go the other way,
it doesn't work how you expect it.
It's wanting to fight you and stop you from doing that.
Yeah.
And that, but there are tricks, but I just haven't learned them yet.
Remember when you were watching me back up in European Truck Simulator a couple of days ago, and I was struggling? Do you remember?
Was that rear steer?
Yeah, it was rear steer, and I couldn't for the life of me back it in. It was always going too far. That's what I like about that game. Is that they actually do make it realistic.
Actually showing a fail, wasn't it? That was good. That one, I enjoyed that one. Sorry, David, were you talking still? Did I ruin it? Is that not the one?
Chloe's there like, I like it when you fail, David. That makes me happy.
I didn't mean it like that. It was just, I thought it was great. I thought it was good.
Oh, you didn't mean it like that. No. But it is very enjoyable when he's a dick.
Absolutely.
I just enjoyed it. All I was going to say is Trucker Joe in the chat, if it stops moving. I dropped a trailer on a bay, and as I was pulling away from it, the trailer... Oh, stop moving. The trailer started to rock forward on its legs. Unknown to me, it had loaded double-stacked heavy pallets on the headboard with nothing on the rear and nearly tipped over. Shat myself. I would say so.
Fuck.
I would shit myself.
What? So that's not something I've ever encountered. Like, what would you even do in that situation? Bro, I just walk
Call
away.
your mom. Say, I'm moving back.
Whose fault would that actually be?
It's not your fault though, is it? Because if you just put it down, technically, it's the loader's fault. I mean, did you go out on the road with it? So you'd already strapped it? Well, no, unbeknownst to you.
Well, actually, that's a good point, because if you've been on the road with it, then it's not weight distributed, is it?
Yeah.
But then again, if someone else is, because the thing is, if someone else has loaded it on the dock, you're not allowed to get in there and watch them do it.
What, until you move out and put it down or something?
There's nothing. What's stopping them from putting like all of the heavy pallets at the very front of the truck?
I presume they're trained, aren't they, to know how to load a trailer? I don't really know. It's not really worth.
I can definitely find some forklift drivers that would go against that.
Oh, okay. So he backed under it straight away, but lowered his suspension. Or did you look right?
It was.
Oh, shunting between sites.
What was it? I think what he's saying is it was it seesawing basically?
Oh my god!
It was like one of them scenes on a cliff.
If you're seeing that, that's a bit gutsy to just go. Yeah, let's just go and save it. Fine.
It's fucking no. I'd be like, no, not my problem. We'll see you later.
I would just drop it and be like, no, I got another trailer to go pick up. It'll be fine. Don't worry about that one.
Yeah, you know what? I'm due a 45. We'll see you guys later.
I think I'd probably just put some sticks under it and just prop it.
I don't. If I'm honest with you, I wouldn't want to get underneath it.
No,
I'm not getting to that. And also, as well, I'm not putting some, and I quote, sticks underneath it. What the fuck? What's a stick gonna do? There you are. Like put a bit of kindling down there. It'd be right. Bucket.
A little bit of more stickage. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Drive off with the middle finger out the window. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I will say on the on the video thing, going back to that. I have been looking into doing some videos.
But you've been saying that for like what?
You're actually going to do a video? Okay, no.
Yeah, no. The problem
How
is,
embarrassing are you going to be now if that video is a load of shit?
Yeah, probably. Mate, most of them are. So
everyone's probably left, or they're probably just like, "Is that Tom? Really? Nah, it won't be Tom."
I did check. I lost 47 subscribers last month. Yeah, I probably should make a video at some point. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's all
the only thing that I just need to, there's some technical things, because I think what I need to get is some like little suction mounts for, because I switch vehicles so often. I need to get I need to be able to get a system where I can put the cameras up quickly, have them secured, and be able to take them back down at the end of the day. So I just need to work out how to do that. But I was thinking like some suction mounts, but
don't you have all this stuff though? I thought you had loads.
Not them there. No, not them there.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah,
I need to start videoing again.
Can you imagine it? We all start putting videos out. Be crazy.
I'm putting videos out. I got like 3,500 subscribers last month. So.
Yeah, well, David, you're just extra special.
Just
got loads of followers.
I just been doing it longer than you guys is all.
And just got your own silver, platinum, whatever it is. YouTube thing.
Hey, before we forget, can we thank our sponsors, our Patreons?
Can I just point out, David?
Right, anyways,
someone's asked for Yoda. I think it was Colin asked for Yoda.
What does he sound like? Is that from Marvel?
Dark Side you are.
Is that from Marvel? Did you just say is Yoda from
Marvel?
I just wanted to piss off half the people.
Honestly,
yes, I know it was from Indiana Jones. Okay, so fuck off.
Your missus says I should do it. I obviously did a good job. Woohoo! I feel proud of that.
Okay, then you can do it.
No, it's fine. You try it. You try it.
No.
I want to see you just volunteered. I've just done an example to explain.
You did a very good example.
Just try and do a Yoda, and everyone can decide who's better. Go on, try and do a Yoda.
I am Yoda.
Oh, come on. No, you know what you're doing.
All right.
Yoda I
am. All right.
So you have to make that noise.
Oh my god, that was actually amazing.
Okay.
We can take it in turns.
Right. Let's start off with our newest supporter. All right. We have Trucker Joe, and we have then Phil Starkey, Jack Goodwin, Big Mike, Dan M or M Dan, because he doesn't say that backwards sometimes. You know, Hemorrhoid Rager, Miller, Rini Justin, Mother Trucker Ginger, Gavin Williams, Daniel Smee, Stephen Patterson, Arthur Job, Mihal, Joe Rodwell, Neil Reese, Timo, Trucker Colin, and last, least not, be Trucker Marty. Doesn't he like kind of switch it up a little bit? He does mix
his words up.
Yeah,
I was actually very good, David. I was very impressed with that one. I like Yoda. We should do that more often. Yes, he does, doesn't he? He's like, dark side you are. Or something
dark side you are. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You got to go really deep.
Yeah, I haven't got that talent.
There you go. You just did it. That's it. You just got to go. You got to talk from way down here.
Everyone's in their trucks going, what is going on right now? Why are we doing Yoda voices?
Of course, and the reason why it's the mega supporters. I do the voice for them because they pay a little extra. Of course, everybody who does support our channel on Patreon, we're just absolutely grateful, regardless if you are a mega supporter or not. It doesn't matter. But just thank you for it all. Just seriously, it's ridiculous the fact that we have supporters, and again, even if you're not a supporter and you're listening to us on Apple or your Google or whatever, just thank you very much for listening. It is absolutely just great that we're still able to do this show. The fact that we still have listeners and we gain new listeners every time. I think we're on I know we're on like 2 million on YouTube, and we're on a few more million on don't you laugh.
No, that's totally where we're at. Yeah. We should have our own little plaques here, little fake YouTube plaques.
I get. Yeah, we should. But no, again, regardless how big or small, it doesn't matter if we had 20 people, we would still do it every week, and we're just very happy that we actually have somebody or people to listen to us, and So and then cool. So that is patreon.com/JATP, and of course we have channels that we can also, if you want to help us out, we have except for access for Tom, he was just talking about his channel and he's about to start up again. We'll make sure of it. And of course we have Chloe with Skip Chick, and we have me with my trucking skills. But anyway, and of course, if you want to get some merchandise, please go to salmonslap.com, where we can get fantastic original art, never before ever, because these are a lot of these are Chloe's artwork. So basically they're originals.
Oh yeah, they are.
You know what I mean? So and you will be helping us out there as well. So that being said, thank you very much for
just quickly the perks. Do we say the perks of it if you are on Patreon, like other than just getting the name read out? Because there'll be also we do have our Patreons that are currently in live, currently chatting with us. You get access to the pre-show. We've got Discord, where there's like a community. Chat,
Discord.
So we talk.
Also, if you are a mega supporter, remind me, you actually get a free copy of my game if you want it. All right, it's like a $250
Has anyone actually
value.
claimed that, David?
Yeah, there has. Last time I would just send it to them.
Technically, you could actually have like a deluxe version, which is like $250, and the deluxe version just has like a special salmon.
You get
truck.
Naked pictures of us all.
Wow, I'm not signed up for that.
Yeah, I don't am signed up for that either.
Only of David, obviously.
I do have, so in the chat, it's just kind of gone. I did see you, Daniel, and I know you were going to go for that one as well. Just started my practical training on Monday. Any tips? Got 2 weeks till test day. What tips have we got for him?
What country are you in? If you're in England, I have no tips whatsoever.
UK.
Of course you do. The tips are fucking solid, no matter what.
In your test, don't you have to only do one backing up maneuver? Basically, you start off straight, and then you get to an angle, and then you go straight again, and then you go to the opposite angle. It's like an S.
So it's
curve.
now that you don't actually have to do in your test anymore. Now that's done on training, and you got to get signed off by your trainer.
That's right. You don't even have to fucking reverse it on the fucking
So that's bonus. One tip I would say is, well, Trucker Joe there, double check everything. That's kind of where I was going with.
Yeah.
When you check your mirrors, make sure it's obvious that you've checked your mirrors, because if you just have a little glance,
like make a creaking sound. Just in case they blink.
I just, as a general rule, when I was practicing, I just move your head, even if you're actually not looking in the mirrors. Move your head, make
signal,
it look
mirror, maneuver, mirror.
Don't even look at the road in front of you. Just look at mirrors constantly.
Yeah.
You know
Honestly,
what I mean?
that was the thing I found the most, is if you are making that head movement, then it's exaggerated and they take on board that. If you don't exaggerate it, then they miss it, or they go, oh, you didn't actually look enough times how I like you to. That's my main tip. And don't hit a curb.
My tip is
don't hit a curb.
Oh, don't hit a curb. That's makes more sense than don't hiccup.
If you got hiccups and you failed automatically. If you make a mistake, commit to it. Mm-hmm. So when I say that, so I
sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
let me clarify.
In my head, I did something really crazy.
Yeah.
Hesitation will actually fail you, whereas admitting to a mistake. Yeah, go on, Tom. You explain.
So there was a lass that she came off she was going on a roundabout and she came off at the wrong exit and she went into a housing estate. And she went into this housing estate and she had to do a turn and then come back out again. And obviously she thought she'd failed, but she actually did it all correctly.
Nice.
So she went in, she did a proper reversing maneuver, she backed around the corner, she checked what she was doing, she did it absolutely perfectly, and she came back out and she passed the test because she'd done it all correctly. Same thing as he said, go take your first exit, and I went straight through the roundabout. Let me correct that. I went second exit. I didn't go straight through. This wasn't Euro Truck Simulator. Bit of a Euro Truck joke for those who are listening. But yeah, just if you make a mistake, commit to it. Don't if you're halfway through a roundabout and you suddenly realize, oh, I need to have taken this exit. Don't just continue on. The same thing as it's that thing of, I think you see people on motorways where they realize last seconds that they need to get off the exit, and they'll just come straight across things. Mm-hmm. If you've made a mistake, commit the mistake. Make sure you do it safely.
It'd be interesting if they actually, during the test, where they say, I want you to take the third exit off the roundabout, and of course they do that correctly, and I asked you to take the second one, and of course she knows what she said, just to see if they'd actually, just to see how they're able to fix it and get back onto the one, even though they said it wrong, but intentionally wrong, just to see what they would do. It'd be kind of an easy way to, geez, what a that would be a bit of a
try and fail you. That would be a nasty maneuver.
But yeah, just to see if you're able to do it. I feel like there's no point in passing somebody if they're not going to do it properly. If just like you said, they need to, if they make a mistake, fix the mistake legally and carry it on. But
so I found when I was doing my test, so technically I should have failed both of mine. When I did my class 2 and then my rigid and my class 1, same roundabout. What was that? Same roundabout.
Roundabout,
The same roundabout on both my tests. It was pretty much the first roundabout I hit, and one of them, some guy hesitated and didn't indicate. He indicated off, but then he didn't come off. He came round, so I blocked him because I'd committed. I'd gone for it. I saw this and I'd realised, it was too late. I'd done it. So I just acknowledged it and said, oh, well, unfortunately, I pulled out on that guy, but there's not much I could do now. And so I cracked on. I basically acknowledged it and just said, unfortunately, I've probably failed now, but I'm just going to crack on, and it's a learning curve. And
now you're relaxed because now you know.
I was open and honest, and I was just like, oh, yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. And then the other time was on the way back. I took the wrong lane, and it was just pure lucky that there was no one coming around the corner. And the guy basically said, the rest of the drive was perfect. So although I made that one mistake and I admitted it, I noticed it, it wasn't like I ignored the fault. I knew exactly what I'd done. And he was like, because of that, we're going to pass you because there's nothing wrong with you driving.
It should have been a serious, but he gave you a...
Technically I was serious, but he didn't mark it. Okay. He judged the rest of my driving. So even if you do, like Tom says, if you do make that mistake, don't let it put you down. Don't worry about it. It is what it is. And even if you do fail, it's all a learning curve. So just take it as a bit of a learn.
That roundabout one, the bastard, he failed me on mine.
Did he? What did you do?
It was...
Because you were ginger.
It's because you're a man.
Maybe.
A ginger man.
Yeah. It was this massive roundabout. It's well known. It's called the Shrimp Roundabout, just because there's a pub called the Shrimp at least.
Okay.
And it has. I'm trying to think. 1 second. Let me see if I can actually try and pull it up. I'm trying to think.
He's already used to. He's got his bus license. He's already used to driving larger vehicles. Oh, you'd be fine on that bit then. Oh, we're talking to you like you've got no idea. You poor bugger.
Oh wow.
So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just
the bendy bit.
It's got 6 roads going onto this one roundabout. So it's a busy roundabout. And there was a vehicle complete opposite
side of
me. 2 kinda.
2, maybe 3.
It's a bit of a wacky one. But basically, the guy was directly opposite me, coming over, and didn't have his indicator on. And so I set off, and as I was going, because I thought if he's not got his indicator on, he's going down the same road that I'm currently on. And as I was already out, fully committed, he then put his indicator on, basically say, he's going round and he's turning right on this thing, and then he came in behind me and he failed me for it, which I thought was fucking bullshit, really, because
they do though.
He didn't. That was his mistake.
You're a professional driver. You should have anticipated this.
Get out.
That's how they look at it. Unfortunately,
it's got to be so strange to test people, because a lot of times that they're going to be garbage, or that they don't really know how to drive. They're not going to know how to drive until they got a couple of weeks under their belt, and you could throw a something really silly or small into the mix, and they'll easily mess their test up, And
Chloe, just between me and you.
Okay, should I leave?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Just you can listen, but just shut the.
Oh, he's gone. Okay.
Are you still listening, David? He's not listening. Oh, okay.
How's he going to know to come back? Go on then. What?
I don't know. I don't want to insult him without him being here. I like to insult him to his face.
Oh,
but
he'll come back if he hears it.
If you got, he's listening. David, if David was an examiner, he'd be that examiner that you get warned about. Do you know there's always that examiner that you get warned about, and you're like, oh, if you get him, you know you're going to fail. David is that examiner.
Did you know when you had the trainee and then
unless they bought my trucking skills, then and they have a receipt, like don't worry, guys, I got you. Yeah,
you're good. No,
I got the failer and I passed my class 1.
Oh, well done. I got.
There was.
Yeah, go on, Tom. Sorry, I'm getting excited. Go on. Go on.
No, that was it.
No,
that was the whole
I
thing.
had the same guy for both my tests, and it was a younger guy. And you know when you got your trainee, and then he's listening through the door to see who's got who, because there's about three examiners, and they'll be listening. You can see him give thumbs up. He's like, "Yeah, you got the good one."
Really?
There's some that are a little bit more forgiving, if that makes sense, or they have different techniques, don't they? So
I don't think that'd be David, would it? That David would be like, "No, you failed." But I've not even got in the cab yet. Yeah, but I don't like you.
Yeah.
He won't explain either.
You're
like, no, you're rubbish.
you're a woman. Obviously, I'm going to fail you. So better luck next time that you get someone else.
Speaking of women, do we have facts of wife?
I don't. Oh, yeah, we do. We do have facts of wife. Turns out. Oh, wait.
Oh, she's attacking you.
What? She literally has she been there the entire time?
Sorry. She hit me because of the woman thing.
I thought so. Okay. That makes total sense.
Do we have facts of wife?
Yeah, we have facts of wife. And so we can keep talking until she sits down and gets herself comfortable. And okay.
So Daniel's test is in Carlisle, which I think will help, as I don't know the roads. So you'll be paying more attention. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad shout, because you look at more.
It's test in Carlisle.
What?
Daniel, where are you from?
David would suggest my trucking skills. Oh, he's in Swindon.
Right. Okay. So I've heard of this before. In fact, I was speaking to an examiner. I was to one of the test people. They're sending people up to Carlisle and to Workington because it's so easy to pass up here.
Really?
It's supposedly a lot easier because we don't have.
Exeter's meant to be one of the hardest. I'm sure of it.
I know that Workington and Carlisle are the easiest. Daniel, hit me up on Discord. Let me know whereabouts you are, because I'll wave, because obviously that's where I am, and I pass through Carlisle like every single day. Hello, small child.
There's a small baby.
For those people that are listening, there is now a small child.
Gab says you failed twice. Is that because it was in Exeter? Oh, he's staying at Penrith truck stop. Does that help you, Tom?
It does, yeah.
By the way, was that David making those noises or the baby?
What noises?
I think it's David.
The little... Yeah, those ones.
No, that's probably the baby.
That's Gab's excuse. It's a good excuse.
Solid excuse.
All right, yeah. In order for us to have facts of wife this week, I have to have the baby in my lap, and of course he's going to be grabbing the microphone, and of course, my wife with her green hair.
I was literally about to point out she has green hair. Did she not think about the green screen? Oh my god, she's so selfish.
May as well bring my dinosaur back, eh?
Right. So you guys ready for facts of wife?
Bring it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear us?
All right. Over the course of an average lifespan, how much time do people sit on the toilet?
Oh my god!
They gotta go average.
That really depends on the person.
Yeah,
well,
average.
that's why they say average, like the average American or the average Englishman, you know.
Hang on,
over the course of life,
in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Oh, see, Colin's normally right, but 76 hours. I reckon it's more. Marty is.
Okay, I'm gonna say 3 months.
I don't know.
How long do you spend on it?
Well, now that we have cell phones, that we can watch cartoons and Bluey all the time, so we can
Bluey's
just sit on it for a long time.
Can I make a confession?
Go ahead.
About the potentially longest I've ever sat on a toilet.
Oh no! How long?
I think the longest I've ever sat on a toilet
in one sitting.
Was about. It was a full episode of Philip DeFranco, and it was about 28 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I had a colonoscopy one time the night before. I was on the toilet for quite a long time because you got to empty yourself. By the way, completely. And you get some medicine that you got to drink, and you completely. It was quite. It was.
Was it dribbly, David?
You can use your imagination if you're trying to evacuate your entire system. It hurts so much.
Liquid.
Sir Knob in the chat said it depends on how much the kid, how the kids are getting. How much
the kids are getting on my tits.
Yeah, I've butchered that. Apparently, I can't speak today. It's not something that's I can do.
All right.
I reckon about a year.
Yeah, be about that.
A whole year? So you're saying 1%. Let's say you live to be 100.
I'm going
right?
with Trucker Joe. There you go.
So 1% of your life. That's actually maybe 1% of your day. Okay, you're good 20. Okay. 1 year. That's a long time. I suppose it would be different for a woman than a man.
We'll say a week.
Because women sit in the toilet a lot longer than men. But...
of your lifetime.
I don't know,
okay.
like a week.
Think about when you were a baby as well. You're constantly on the toilet because you got nappies on.
I don't think that's not a toilet. That's just where they go toilet. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's find out what the answer is.
It's a year.
Oh, yeah! A whole year.
Trucker Joe.
Wow, that's more than 1%. That's more than 1% of your life that you sit on a toilet. That's crazy. Okay. Fair enough. All right,
so that's the average, though. So some people are more.
The average is you spend a year of your life having a shit or piss.
I wonder if they could categorize it in for men and women, because I'm sure women sit in the toilet longer because you guys sit down to pee. Because
Oh yeah, I feel
like guys shit more though.
Yeah, and it doesn't take long to pee, does it? Let's face it. We don't sit there forever, going, "Oh, this is a really nice whiz." Woo.
Yeah.
Except when escaping the children.
Well, this is true. Yeah, you lock the doors. Yeah, I'm desperate. Bye. Go on then. Next one. I'm excited. I got first one. Woo.
Sorry, Tom. How much nasal mucus did the average nose produce in a day?
Oh no! In a day?
Yeah, in a day.
In a day. Why do we have to do mucus ones? It's every time. I don't.
What are we measuring this in? Oh, Daniel, gallons. Gallons just sounds wrong.
I don't care. I don't want to know.
I'd say a liter. Is it how a day? How much?
No, a liter.
This is a day, isn't it?
A liter.
Okay.
I reckon it's 4 pinter of milk.
Full pint can't be
that.
Now, do we have the answer in metric or imperial?
Do you want me to just give you the answer?
Sure.
Yeah, bring it.
It's a cup.
Oh, is that really a cup?
I just feel like the answers now are just going to be like ridiculous, like as in like a swimming pool.
That's over a year, David.
There's a lot of nasals.
Okay, well, again, it's just a small. I thought it'd be more.
Far too much.
When you put it, when you put it in the thinking
depends what
about
time of year
being
too.
In a cup.
If it's in the winter, it's probably a lot more.
Yeah.
It's like a fountain, isn't it? It just keeps going.
Especially the kids.
Right, anyways, let's move on to the next one.
Why were roller coasters invented?
Why were they invented? For fun, obviously. Apparently not.
For fun.
For moving coal. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Wait, is this a suicide thing?
A what?
Oh, no.
Oh,
right.
no. What?
Oh, no, it better not be.
No. Because there's a sewer. I don't know if this is why. Right. So supposedly there was a roller coaster. Well, okay. So I've got either two answers. So there was this roller coaster, and the idea was it span around and around and around and around. It got tighter and tighter and tighter, and all of the bloods like moved out of the like out of your
oh
head.
yeah,
a bit like do you know how like what is it what's the thing that spin rounds really fast called?
The thing that tests
and
G-force.
They separate materials.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
it's a bit like that, and then it kills you.
Or
my other option is a bit like in Donkey Kong Country. Maybe it was like minecarts, and like the people were just riding them down in like mines, and they were like, "Hey, this is really fun. Let's make it." Because there was Frontierland in Morecambe, and Frontierland was fucking amazing.
Well, that's why we came
and the fact they shut it down, then fuck you guys.
My question though is, if it's the kill one, if it's the dead one, how did they figure out it was fun if they're killing them all?
Well, because the idea is
they just went, that looks really good fun. Let's try that.
Don't know.
Yeah, but not if it kills you. How are they going to know? Or did one person survive and then they got off and went, oh my God, I don't know about you guys.
Awesome. I got to do that again.
Awesome.
All right,
let's find out.
It's probably the mine one, I would think, though. Now that I think about it.
The Googler strikes again. It was to distract Americans from the temptation of sin.
What? Oh.
What?
Yep.
So what? You mean like...
Wait,
can you masturbating and, fucking around? I don't know.
So what, they found going on roller coasters erotic?
No, they found it non-erotic. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure some people do.
I guarantee you, the amount of people who masturbate on roller coasters is more than zero. It'll be
everything's
lot more than zero.
Oh my God, that's so they invented the roller coaster so people wouldn't masturbate
or be tempted by sin.
What?
Yeah, but that's why they invented cereal as well.
Distractions, an entire huge roller coaster. Just okay.
Americans, Puritans. But you'd
be like, it'd be more judgmental if you had to go on a roller coaster. You'd be like, yeah, I know where you're going on that one.
You're going there so you don't have a wank. That's...
Look at all those guys walking by the roller coaster. We know what you're going to be doing. You need to be getting in this
Not
line.
wanking.
They're all holding their crutches like, oh, we really need to get on this roller coaster.
I gotta go, guys. I gotta go on a roller coaster.
That's what cornflakes was for, wasn't it?
Cornflakes?
To stop you from masturbating.
The cereal,
that's
cornflakes.
Why circumcision is so popular.
Did you know that, by the way?
Because of cornflakes?
To try to prevent masturbation.
Oh, right.
Circumcision.
No, that makes more sense than what I just said.
In America, most people were circumcised. And the reason why is to stop people from masturbating.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Really? But it didn't work.
But why? Masturbating's great.
Well, the government didn't think it was.
Okay, here's something that I'm just going to say.
If you went around in public doing it, then it's not great.
Right, I'm not saying doing it in public, but I'm just saying, right, it's basically a drug that makes you feel great. It's free, and you can just do it. Just off you go.
In the privacy of your own area.
Yeah,
and if you're a guy and you can't get to sleep, have a quick wank, go to sleep. There you go.
But if
this is my official
area,
thing. Masturbating is great. There you are.
All right.
Okay.
Hello, future employees. My name's Tom. Please don't fire me.
If it's in a private area, how are people knowing that they're doing this and they're getting offended by it? Because then surely that just makes you a pervert.
Should we cut that or not? What are you talking about?
Getting into the church and religion stuff.
Oh yeah. That's right.
It'll be right.
Here's a fun fact. Do you know why priests aren't allowed to marry? So when they die, all their property, all their possessions go back to the church and not to their wives.
Are they not allowed to marry?
No! Is that really the reason?
The Catholic Church.
Back in the day,
that's fucking crazy.
Used to be able to marry until the church was like, hey, we can make more money.
So what happens
crazy.
To the wife or the not wife? She just gets nothing?
Yeah, she gets nothing. Because, she would get stuff, but now that they can't marry, they can't give it away to anybody but the church. Because the wives used to be able to get everything.
Or the kids.
Yeah.
But then now technically new rules that if you're now, even if you're not married, you're together. Everything's 50-50, isn't it now?
Again, but they have eliminated that option now because priests can't get married.
Or have legitimate children.
Wow.
Yeah. There you go. That was an extra bonus fun fact for you.
Well, hang on. Whoa. You just pointed that out there. So priests can't get married. How do they have kids? Because technically they're
not supposed to have kids.
Before marriage.
They're not supposed to have kids.
Though. They do, though.
You're probably talking about not in the Catholic Church. In other churches, they can marry, but in the Catholic Church, they still can't.
So they don't have sex.
Allegedly.
Yes,
Tom begs to differ.
Not personal experience.
They spend 24/7 on roller coasters. That's what it is. They spend all their time on roller coasters.
So it was the priest who invented
the priest roller coaster. Checks out. Makes total sense.
All right, let's move on to the next fact.
Right, yeah.
I can't remember if I've done this one before.
We'll let you know.
Okay. What did Americans use to wipe prior to the invention of toilet paper?
Oh, I don't remember this one.
Oh, I don't remember this one.
What did they use to wipe? Dollar bills.
Something like bark. Or something really rough and horrible. Oh, hands. Oh.
Brillo pads.
They probably weren't invented.
Corn the cob.
Corn cobs.
Is it a stick?
Did they use a stick to wipe their arse?
Did they wipe?
Did
they wipe?
Like a poop wiping stick?
I mean, I'm sure there's tons of answers, but...
Do you know what I saw on Facebook the other day? Some woman admitting that she doesn't wipe her ass because that's not what animals do, so why should she?
Oh my God.
Just thought I'd point that out.
Well, animals don't wear clothes either. Does she walk around naked? God,
no, I don't know. I just saw it and I was like, what? And then she's like, oh yeah, I just clean it in the bath or something. I can't remember what it was. But I was just like, gross.
All right, so she doesn't
I don't know, I can't remember.
but
Strongly
she still
cleans.
And she sits on a toilet?
No, I don't. I think
Does she sit on a toilet?
And doesn't wipe. I think she literally
Well, animals don't sit on a toilet. So why is she doing that?
I think I was a bit like, I'm not reading this anymore. Bit weird.
It's not great.
What was the topic again? Wiping your ass.
Wiping your arse.
Like newspaper or something. Newspaper. Tea leaves.
Okay, what's the answer?
It was corn cobs. Or the almanacs or newspapers, but
I got newspapers. Who came up with corn cobs? Someone got that.
We had the Googler probably.
Oh, it was the Googler. Of course it was. What? Like as in corn on the cob, like sweet corn cobs? Is that where the whole idea of sweet corn in your poo comes from?
No.
Well, no, that's not.
No.
No.
Well, that is putting sweet corn in your poo to a whole new level. Whole corn in the cob. No?
How does that work?
I don't know how it works. Is it just the leaves?
Spinning it?
Okay. Why did they think? Yeah. Why did they think of sweet corn? That's a bit random. This is really edible. I wonder how else we can use it for. Yeah, but leaves.
I bet I could use this to wipe my ass.
After you eat it.
Yeah.
There's the...
Oh, do you think it was the leaves?
It's a little rough.
So this is corn on the cob. And they use
just go get one.
Here.
No.
Do you think it's the leaves?
Why?
It's the leaves.
I just happen to have some frozen in the freezer right next to me.
For emergencies.
Wow. That's just shocked me.
I honestly, that has broken me. That's fucking broken me.
All right, do we have another fact? Yes. One more fact?
Yeah, we've got one more. I think one more.
All right.
Yeah, go on him.
How long did the shortest war in history last?
Was it between a couple of people? Was it
nations?
Okay.
Or
I was going to say, is it something like...
It's a war.
I'm going to say 10 minutes.
2 hours.
I'm sure there was one night it was like half an hour or something like that, or I don't know. It was like, did the British not go in and just go and fucking demolish people, and it was just done and done? I'm sure it was like, I'm pretty sure it was Britain, and we just went in and just murdered everyone.
Did someone go and kill someone?
That was our jam.
Truce.
It was close. Yeah, Tom. 38 minutes, and it was Zanzibar.
Colin got that.
And there was a sultan that kind of took over without their approval. And they went in with their warships and bombed the shit out of the palace until he left.
Yeah. Yeah, that checks out.
1896.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Can you even call it a war if it's 38 minutes?
What defines a war?
It's just a disagreement, surely.
I believe that's probably what the British newspapers said at the
Googler,
time.
do your job.
A Miles disagreements happened. We decided that we were going to fuck everyone up, and they all died. The end.
Sounds like a lot of British history.
Yeah.
David, is the baby touching things?
Yes. He moved a mouse and it just changed everything. All right. So that's the. Is there any more?
I got one more.
We got one more. Are you
Oh,
okay?
one more.
Bring it.
A
Always.
bonus one.
Yep. One more.
What city was the Eiffel Tower originally supposed to be in?
Oh, I think I know this, but I don't know it.
New York.
Say again.
I've heard this somewhere. I'm sure I've heard this somewhere, but I can't remember it for shit. See that?
Okay.
Even Choco Joe says he's heard that before. I've heard that before.
So we got.
Colin
so we
says
got-
Barcelona. That rings a
Daniel
bell.
says London.
Ooh.
I have
Did
no
you know
idea.
there's a bridge from London in Arizona?
Yeah.
Yep.
We've
been there.
We've been there a few
Have
times.
you been on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it on Ghost Adventures.
Lake-
I was like, oh my
Lake,
god, that's
Lake
awesome.
Havasu.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Yeah. It is actually kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I was quite shocked to learn that. I thought it was amazing. I don't know why that rung a bell. Sorry.
Was it New Orleans?
New Orleans.
wanna
What?
say.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Let's just say it's okay. Let's find out what the
Well,
answer
because
is.
New
We
Orleans
could
got like a
guess
very
any city in the world.
French kind of like vibe to it, hasn't it?
Has it?
And
Well, so does Canada. Canada's all French.
So is
over
France,
over in the
believe it or
East
not.
Coast.
True.
Part.
I don't know. Go on. What's the answer?
Barcelona.
Ugh. Let's
Oh,
just stop.
it's not
Let's
where
just
I
stop
thought.
looking at the
Was
chat.
correct.
Seriously. Okay. Yes, you're the Googler. Fine. All right.
Oh, because the Eiffel Tower wasn't a tourist attraction.
No.
It was a radio tower, wasn't it? And
Hang on,
it was-
which one were we talking about? The Eiffel Tower.
is it- what
Which
was
one's
it?
that?
Eiffel
Is that
Tower?
the one in France?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Eiffel.
I was thinking of.
not the one in Blackpool.
The guy.
I was thinking
Eiffel.
of the.
Yeah, it was originally supposed to go to Barcelona. They said no, it's too ugly. So he
Yeah, they
said,
hated
"Hey,
it.
French, like, let me put it in Paris for the exposition." And they ended up keeping.
Do you
it.
know?
I
it's
thought you
been,
were talking about
it's
the
been
Empire
sold.
State.
Scammers have sold the Eiffel Tower multiple times for scrap.
Yeah, but they just can't take it down.
No. As in, like, people keep saying, "Oh, we're removing it down," and they've just sold it to someone. Say this is like, basically, you get all of the scrap metal off it, and it's all like a massive scam. It's a massive scam.
Who would believe that though?
Oh, people
Scrap dealers.
will believe anything if it's convincing enough.
If
Oh
anything
yeah, they
from
just
the
need to make
beginning
a
of this-
Google video about it, don't they? And then people
Yeah,
start
yeah.
investing. Yeah, not Google,
Yeah,
YouTube
to
video.
bring it
yeah.
to bring it round to the very very beginning. People won't admit that they don't know, and they'll just go along with it. And I
Oh,
think,
baby's going.
yeah, baby's gone.
That's the facts of wife.
Ah,
Thank you very much, wife, for doing that for us.
yeah, it was good. I
And
enjoyed that one.
Cool. And we didn't even need to
Well,
have
I quite
the
liked
baby
having
asleep.
you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think on that note, should we wrap it up?
I think isn't there a Judge Chloe?
Oh, is it Judge Chloe?
Judge Chloe.
Okay, well, fuck it then. Okay, well, fuck
Yeah.
it. We'll keep
So
going
not
then.
on that note.
Oh wow. Okay, in which case, bumper episode. Holy shit.
Okay. Right, this one's a little bit different.
Interesting.
This is actually me.
Oh shit.
Say again.
Guilty. You're the asshole.
So, I obviously can't judge myself, but the Patreons can. So they're all going to be the judge. I don't know who wants to defend it or not. I haven't really got my story together.
I can defend you.
But okay.
It'll be easy.
I'll happily go after you.
Okay. So basically, I live on a road where there's limited
Whoa.
parking.
Are you homeless?
Bit fancy. You live on a road, dear. Ooh, la-di-da.
Okay, so there's 21 houses to this street, and there's about 4 parking spaces, maybe 5. And they're ones during the day you only get like an hour stay, whatever, and then after 6 it's fine. So even on my contract and everything, when I signed up to get the house and everything, it said there's loads of parking up the road, on the ample street parking, absolutely fine. So for the last couple of years, I've been parking up the road, no issues whatsoever.
Can I just have a quick question? You have 0 parking spaces when you get this place, first of all.
So if someone else takes the space, there's nowhere to park. I have to go and find somewhere else.
So the space that has been allocated to you.
No, there's no allocated spaces.
And so there's 21 houses. 21 houses, only 5 spaces.
Yeah. And that's at a push. And that's limited times. And there's a fish and chip shop right down on the corner, which gets everyone parking there. Basically, There's very limited parking and there's plenty of parking up top. So I parked up top as I normally would. There was a car there when I arrived, so I parked up behind it. No problems. Didn't think anything of it. Got there early next morning. Well, went to go and grab my car at about 6 o'clock in the morning the next day. To be confronted with a post-it note or a letter on my screen saying, please stop parking in a difficult position. It is for 3 cars and isn't fair for people who actually live here to not be able to park near their homes, especially as with us with young children. Please be more considerate. So I took a picture of this and I took a picture of where I was parked and the space in front and the space behind. It said something about being able to have 3 cars there. Anyway, long story short, this car that I'd parked behind obviously gone, and then these couple had turned up in between and decided to park and didn't like the fact I was parked outside their house or flat, wherever it was.
Where you live too?
I live around the corner, so I don't
live around the
technically
corner
on that road.
Okay,
but where else am I meant to park? So it's a public road. Pay tax. Yeah. I've got every right to park there. Yeah. Anyway. I thought, you absolute pricks. I was like, it's a niceness note. I get that. However, I'm quite considerate when I park. And I thought, no, you can fuck off. Just because you've got young kids, you can fuck right off. So I took to Facebook, as you do.
As you do. Obviously, didn't you need to mention it because we just presumed you would anyway.
Of course. So I went straight to a lottery page, because every town's got a group. And I basically just put pictures up that said, to the person who left this note, if you can't get in one of these spaces either side of my car, you shouldn't be driving, and left it at that.
Nice.
So, I mean, am I petty? Maybe.
No, not at all.
Maybe.
Absolutely not.
So, my point is, am I a wanker for doing this and being petty and putting it all over Facebook? And obviously calling out this person who did see this and did reply.
Oh, they replied?
So what was their reply?
I took great pleasure in replying to this all day. Where is it? Yeah. I've got to find it now. You'd think I'd come planned, wouldn't you? Oh, here you go. It's this lady. So she basically said, I left this note as I'm fed up of struggling to park near our flat with our little one. This is the first time to have actually parked properly. There were no other cars there as we were parked there and no others on return. Your car was in the middle. We have also been told by a fellow neighbour that you live on Tip Hill, not Long Dogs. Sorry, probably someone knows where I live now, but oh well. Mm-hmm. I am aware these are public spaces. However, when families with young children have to park further away and near the road, it is very frustrating. So yeah, that was my reply. Or not my reply.
Go on, Tom.
Basically, I was nice about it until the husband
nice to put on Facebook.
I just wanted to call him out and be like, everyone's got kids, I've got Logan. All right, he's 6 now, so he's a bit older. But when he was like 2, I had to carry him down. Yeah, he's still young. I had to take him up and down and do things like that. So the best one was the partner. I've got to find the actual one.
It's not over yet.
No. There's so much more. The best one. This is where I lost it. This is where I'm potentially an arsehole. All right.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like my work's going to be done for me.
So I should have really brought this up. So eventually the partner comes along, and you're gonna have to fill this gap where I can't find it. This is me filling it. Right.
What song is this?
I don't know. So anyway, the partner comes along, and I'm just telling you a story. I don't know really why this is an arsehole. I'm just telling you a story because I was very proud of myself for this. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Everything sounds legit. And
so the partner finally comes on. Obviously, I've got a picture. I didn't realise, but his car actually managed to squeeze in next to me, so I don't see the issue. So they basically said, "Oh, could have got a clearer photo of my car. P.S. I know how to drive. Parking is something I'm good at, especially in small spaces." Which I just Googled about.
Yep.
And I might have got a little bit stupid after that. Do you want me to go through all these? This is
yes,
a little
yes, we do.
People have nothing better to be doing on their long drives around the country right now at 3:00 in the morning.
So I replied saying, I did try, but my camera wouldn't allow it because it was so dark. If you want to go that way, though, I am a HGV driver. I, too, can park.
In small places.
And now the missus gets involved. She says, then park more appropriately in the future. I'm doing voices as well now.
I love it.
So, yeah, she started bashing on my parking. So I said, I'm sorry, you left me a note, a polite one. I'll give you that. I was considerate. You obviously wanted to rattle some feathers, but unfortunately, you don't own the road. But I mean, I could park my lorry there and take up all 3 spaces next time if you want.
Absolutely.
As I'm sure we can agree, you don't particularly want that, so I'll just keep parking there, shall I? Sorry, I'm very proud. I don't normally have good comebacks, but I was very proud of this.
No, it's a good comeback. Very good comeback. I love it.
So there's a few. She says, bring your lorry, go for it. I've seen you park your car. I would love to see you try and park that lorry. I said, the note was, yeah. And she said, oh, you didn't have to put it on Facebook. I was like, yeah, I did. So I said, it's all right. You can check out my YouTube if you want. It's Skip Chick. Go and check it out. Give me some feedback. And basically she comes up saying, oh yeah, the first video was of you having a crash or something. Is that because of your parking? So I said, oh yeah. I said, yeah, it was. That's exactly it. I said, I think you're finding clickbait goes a long way. It's my most popular video, thanks. She said, don't worry, I didn't click on it. Parking always been an issue for you. I said, I'll tell you what, you will have to just keep finding out, won't you?
Wow.
Anyway, I kind of left it at that. There was other things, and I don't think she came out on top on this post. But I was really proud of this because I'm terrible at comebacks. And you know when you have arguments?
Yeah.
I think I've explained that I normally break down and cry and I can't deal with it. On Facebook, I'm hard as fuck sometimes. You know, little keyboard warrior. I'm not very good at it always, but sometimes I'm on a roll.
When you have time to think?
When I have time to think, I'm on a roll. And I was dead proud of my comebacks. And that might make me an arsehole, but I was dead chuffed and bring it.
Now, it turns out we actually have her on the other line right now for her to get her.
Yeah, bring it.
I will on that. So, my missus is very much like you. She's not big on confrontation. She'd rather kind of like kind of keep. She's just she's one of them where she I don't know. She just doesn't like that confrontation.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah.
But one thing I will say, I am so proud of her for this. Actually,
oh yeah, go on.
There was something. I won't go into the ins and outs of it. Something's happened at her work. There's been a whole fucking drama about it, and she told the manager that she wanted to speak to her. She's gone in there. And she sat down with her for an hour and a half and gone through all of the problems.
Wow!
She's gone in there and she's gone in like
full guns blazing,
fought her corner, and genuinely, like
that's brave.
I'm
yeah,
genuinely gobsmacked at how well she's done with it. Like, because it goes to she's yeah. Yeah, well done.
It gets quite hard sometimes to do things like that. Yeah, no, that's good.
If you have a couple of drinks in you, it actually becomes much easier. You know,
for some people, I'll happily have an argument with someone. Fuck it, I don't.
You really think going to a manager pissed out her face, going, "Oh, this is what's happened."
I did it one time. When I was 18, I worked in a bar, and my main job and on the busy nights was just to collect glasses, and so I was collecting glasses, and there's a couple of stories. And I wasn't doing it quick enough. Again, this is one of the busiest bars in town. It is just shoulder to shoulder all over the place. I'm trying to collect glasses, and my boss came to me. I was like, "There's glasses over here." No, this is the table that he's sitting at with 12 of his buddies, and I'm not collecting his glasses quick enough. All right, and of course he drinks every week too, and I didn't collect that, and so he gave me a hard time for not collecting the glasses. Like, where were you? See all these glasses, I had to do it myself, and I had a few drinks before my shift.
Oh no!
I laid into him. I laid into him so fucking hard, and he ended up apologizing to me. And I was like, God damn it. I wish I could have those balls when I'm sober. I just can't. Yep. Normally, I just, my tail goes between my legs and go like, yes, okay, no worries. I'll get on it.
I'm the same.
And I was just like, God, I hate it. I really wish I had balls sometimes. But
so knowing what to say sometimes.
Yeah.
You're advocating that you should be drinking at work. Is that what you're trying to say?
You've also said you're good on the podcast with drinks, so you just need to drink. That's all it is.
Yeah. Just got to sober up before I start driving. You know, that's pretty much it.
That would be a good call.
Judge Chloe. So we have our judge, which is the Patreons in the chat. So personally, I do not believe that you're an asshole at all. All right. First of all, just the biggest point is that the road does not belong to them. You can park wherever you want to park as long as it's legal. All right. The fact that you're parking there in the first place is because people have taken up your spaces in front of your house. But I'm sure if she is complaining, maybe, and she's complaining about having she's got young kids and all that. Maybe she shouldn't have had kids, or maybe she should have gotten a better job where she could afford a house with a driveway. All right, so you got to take these.
I almost made that point. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, so again, you are not in the wrong at all. You park wherever you need to park closest to your house, as long as it's legal. Not as if there was a space outside your house. You just park in the closest place to your house. Like she likes to do, well, there you go. It's just like maybe she should plan accordingly, just to make sure that she gets her parking space. All right, and she gets to park in front of her house. So,
well, if I want to go really petty, I'm quite tempted to go there with a chalk, because I know their names now. I was going to draw some squares and put their names in them for them. Do you think this might be a little bit petty?
No, you'd be doing them a favor. You'd be awesome.
Or would you like me to take some photos of that?
I would like to say that I think you are an arsehole.
Shocking.
And no.
I never thought you'd say that.
Nor did I.
And I'm not just saying that because I am prosecution. I think it's because I genuinely think you are an arsehole. I think what you've done is you have been an arsehole here, and I am so very proud of you for it. I think you've been an arsehole here, and fucking goddamn it, I love you for it. So I think everyone should vote that you're an arsehole.
Okay.
And I think that you should wear this badge with fucking pride.
I mean, I am wearing it with pride.
Hold on. This is a tactic. This is just a tactic so Tom wins.
Oh.
Right? So hell no. No. She is going to go to jail. All right, if she is guilty. So this is a very good tactic. You nearly had me for a second, Tom.
You actually had me then.
You actually have no reason whatsoever and no argument, because you know deep down that she is innocent.
No. I definitely think she's an asshole here.
Keep up the charade.
I love it. It's fantastic. I love it. But there's no way you can look at this situation, going to Facebook, going all of this, being this petty. This is arsehole behaviour, but fuck me, I love it. It's so good.
Can I just point out, so Rob from my work, I obviously told what I was doing. And he's not on Facebook, but his missus went on it, and they literally sat there with popcorn and drinks Just reading the reels.
Yeah.
Absolutely loving it.
You need to when this clip goes out on YouTube, just the actual Judge Chloe part of it. All right, you need to put that link on that group.
I'll send you the link, David.
Yeah.
But
no, yeah. So no, I'll send you the link, or you send them the link because it's your group. You know what I mean? So they get to witness the argument that Tom tried to defend them, and I didn't try to defend him. You know, so that would be
yeah.
Well, okay, all right. Yeah, I can try that.
And maybe next week we can get her on the podcast for her to defend you. Ooh. Yeah,
so do we think that she's an asshole or not?
She's not an asshole. All right, okay. But okay, this is actually up to the Patreons. So
she's not an asshole because I had great pleasure in doing this. I always wanted to thank her at the end of it.
That makes you an asshole.
We're not asking her if
I was really tempted to put a comment saying, "Thank you so much for today. I thoroughly enjoyed it." I didn't know how well it would go down.
It's good content for the podcast. All right, Patreons and whoever is there in the chat, say if she's guilty or not guilty.
And people that are listening as well, let us know what you think. Would you love it? Would you go for it?
Yeah. All right, so far, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. All right. Anybody else? Chloe. Yeah, everybody. 100% of people say it's not guilty except for Tom, which Tom just tried to manipulate the whole thing.
Are you sure you're not just saying that because I'm here?
Disgraceful.
I'll close my eyes. You can go for it.
Don't think that's how it works.
Apparently, Tom's the arsehole.
That's
honestly, I'm okay with it. I wear
I enjoyed that one. If any of you guys have Google Facebook issues, let us know. I'll be up for that as an arsehole one.
yeah, 100%.
I like the comments. It's just great.
They were beautiful. Shall we wrap it up? Can we wrap it up now?
Yeah, you can wrap it up now. Yeah.
Grand
I just had to get that story out.
That was very good. I've thoroughly enjoyed that one there. Well done. Genuinely well done for that. It was fucking great. Right. And on that note, thank you so much for listening. If you haven't listened, how did you get this far? But we shall see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.